It's very mysterious to me, and in some ways I like to leave this to the professionals, these speculations, or at least to my audience. For me, when I started making these works, it was part of an inquiry into the nature of cinema, and the fact that cinema happened to be made of light and dark and so on was at that time really quite irrelevant. I was trying to come up with a way of making a film which only existed in the present tense, that in a way shared the space of the present with its audience. You know, I have a certain relationship to the materials I use. They happen to be light, darkness, time and so on. But the question of meaning, emotional meaning, intellectual meaning, is really in a way to do with the relationship of the audience to the work, to the spectator in the work. For the artist, making something is a very practical act in which you have to answer questions about how big is it, how small is it, how long does it last. Yeah, when you close your eyes, that's not darkness.
Oh, okay.
It's the absence of light, which is quite different. And again, my knowledge of that pregnant space is based on simply practical considerations. It's undoubtedly important, and it's a parallel universe to things in the light. Yes. It's very intimate, it's dramatic, and it's terrifying. That's a very ancient sense we have of darkness. And in fact, when I make my drawings, when I'm preparing work, I reverse everything. I draw black light. You know, I draw dark lines to represent light in space. The relationship of the work of art to various parties. So my relationship as the artist to that work of art is it's a very practical, pragmatic, physical relationship to the materials that make up the sculptures of light, whatever you want to call them. But when a spectator approaches that work of art, that's now a completely different set of relationships in which the spectator is bringing his or her experience of the world with them, horrible, good, whatever. And that will determine what they find and they see as much as what's there. In other words, there's an active exchange takes place between a work of art and its spectators. When I make work, I don't have that relationship to the materials at all. I'm simply making something.